And somebody said something very recently to me that has sat with me. Somebody that I know recently got promoted, talking about how he looks upon that role for himself. He says, the way I like to do things is I like to motivate people and make the team feel that the power is in their hands, that a good leader exists because they have a good team. And by putting the power in the hands of the team, that camaraderie kind of makes the team feel like they want to work with him. That really stayed with me. I feel like that's the kind of culture I want to build for my agency, for my team, because the actual power is in their hands. People do reach out to us. We are fortunate enough to have built a reputation for ourselves where we can engage in pull marketing over push marketing, because actively we don't do push marketing. I mean, I think we're very vocal about the fact that we don't make any of our agents do cold calling. We don't do this power hour calling where nobody's allowed to sit down and everybody has to, call for an hour straight, and we don't buy a database and say, here's a database and call. We don't do all that, right? We like to do things differently. Which is why, now this is a discussion that Zoheb and I had before we started, that given the way we like to do things and the way we are doing things, it will take us a lot longer than it will take somebody else to reach where we want to reach. So our growth will be more gradual, but I do believe that it will take us longer term. See, if you build something too fast, it's also going to come down as fast. The slower it takes you, like slow cooking, flavors develop better when they're slow cooked. So I think it's more about that. But the reason why I do believe that is because I'm not calling 1,000 numbers and getting 100 of them to be interested in me. I am letting my work be watched by 1,000 people, and then I'm allowing for 20 or 30 or 50 people to reach out to me. See, the difference is when I'm calling 1,000 people and then I'm having 100 people who are interested, my rate of conversion is still not going to be those 100 people, and I'm still going to have to invest my time and energy in explaining who I am and establish my credibility in that relationship. Whereas, given the way we are doing things, we encourage all of our team members to build their own credibility to build their own value, just like we have built our value. So here, when we have 50 people reaching out to us or 70 people reaching out to us, I know that out of those 50, 40 will transact or 35 will transact. I know that out of those 70, 55 or 60 will transact. And not only that, they will transact multiple times, and they will also build us a strong referral network. This is the one thing that I have said to my team for the past 4 months, that in the last 2 years, especially after COVID, the rise that we have seen of the Dubai real estate market, it's no secret, it has been a very good growth, right? But I like to say this one thing. In the past 2 years, nobody in Dubai has sold anything. I have not sold anything, and neither has the next agent. A client has purchased. There's a very big difference between I am selling something and the client is buying something, right? I believe that with the way that we are doing things, tomorrow if markets were to become different, we will still continue to have business. But that is the time that we will sell. But you will only sell then if you build your credibility today. You will only be able to sell in that market if you are doing something today that is going to create a pipeline for you that is going to buy in that market. Because what is going to happen in that market, I was talking to somebody else the other day, and they said the amount of work that we are doing has doubled, but the amount of results that we are getting has become half. And that is essentially what is going to happen when markets become different. We have seen this in 2018, we have seen this in 2019, we have seen this in 2020 even, in the first half of 2020 when there was so much uncertainty in the market. We've seen all this at that time. Our work was double, but our results were half. As opposed to 2021, 2022, where it was like everything you touch turns to gold, right? Because clients were buying, we were not selling. And that's the difference.